Today in this tutorial session I'll discuss about one new topics that is completely new. I have just started, that is Oracle Forms Developer. Okay, so Oracle has a graphics user interface and design and development tool that is called Oracle Forms Developer. So today's discussion topic is Introduction to Oracle Forms Developer, that is also called Developer 2000 or D2K. Okay, so this is the new tutorial I have just started out. So I'll discuss about introduction part in this first tutorial of Oracle Forms Developer or D2K. Okay, so this is what is Oracle Forms Developer. Oracle Forms Developer is a graphic user interface tool that is the product of Oracle, and this tool is used to build the design interface of the Oracle Forms Oracle, and we can make the Oracle reports, and also we can make some other things also. So in this tutorial I'll discuss a brief introduction about Oracle Forms Developer. So Oracle Forms Developer, as I said, is basically a graphics user interface designer and development tool. Okay, so to understand this, I have to give some details about why we need this Oracle development tool, that is Oracle Forms and Oracle Reports. Okay, Oracle Forms basically used to develop user interface forms where user can enter data for a particular application runs on the Oracle database. And also Oracle Reports is used to generate the reports from fetching the data from the database, Oracle database. Okay, so why this Oracle Forms and Reports Developer graphics user interface designer and development tool and reporting tool is required. So basically the Oracle is a database, so we can manipulate data using the SQL queries and SQL DML operations, right? Like insert, update, delete, truncate, create table. We can create table, we can insert, update, delete, or various operations we can perform using the Oracle SQL language or structured query language. Okay, so whenever a user or whenever a person who is not a technical person, for him how he can insert data inside the database, or how he can update any data. Let's say one company has maintaining his one application or software application to manage their employees. Okay, so there are some operators or staffs are working with these applications. They are entering some employees data, they are entering some employees leave data or employees salary data, like this, and they can generate the salary. They can generate various reports on that, how many leaves taken a month by an employee, or what is the salary of an employee. All these things is maintained by the application. Okay, so this application can be maintained by the front end side. So this front end is actually developed by the Oracle Forms Developer, and the backend is Oracle. So Oracle Forms actually used to develop the business application, as I saying, or commercial application, which basically runs on the Windows platform, and it is basically portable, and also This application is has the backend, which is Oracle database. This application is to be connected with the Oracle database, and can user who actually the user who don't know about anything about the Oracle database, how a insert is happening using the SQL. He who don't know the SQL, who don't know the Oracle, he can also insert, update or delete records from the Oracle forms. Okay, so which is the graphics user interface, which he is she in the form for input some data, so for updating some data, for deleting some records, just clicking over some buttons, or clicking the just click over the save button or click over the delete button. A record can be deleted. Just click over the save button, the records can be saved. Or various operations are like a list of the employees. He can fetch, he can see the list of the employees in his screen or forms. Okay, so all these operations can be maintained or can be developed using Oracle Forms Developer. And to develop these forms, there is a designer tool, that is the layout designer tool. So we have to first generate the layout of that form, which is basically the taking the user inputs or for the user operations, various user operations. User operations means operations on data, which has to be performed by the user. So there is a layout designer, and also there is a code editor. So all the logics has to be written in the code editor. There are various code editors. I will show you one by one. Just I am explaining what is the usefulness of Oracle Forms and how it is used in the commercial application development, what is the necessity of that. So this is the necessary of Oracle Forms to develop a commercial application, to design a commercial application, or to develop any kind of ERP systems or any kind of retail systems which basically runs on a Oracle platform. Okay, so Oracle Forms Developer is a very important development tool. You can say designer and development tool, which basically used to develop a commercial application or business application or retail application, where we can use the database as Oracle, backend database as Oracle, and we can use Oracle Forms as a front end. Okay, to design our forms and to develop the logics to the for the operation of the forms. Okay, and Oracle reports, there is a another development report development tool of Oracle, that is also a product of Oracle. And by the report development tool we can generate various reports, like what is the monthly sales of a commercial of a company, what is the salary per month. We can generate the salary report for every for each employee for a particular month, or how many costs in a retail application, how many sales and how many purchase cost is there for the full month. We can generate the complete report of that. So these are very nice tools or nice product by the Oracle. We can completely develop a business application and commercial application for the user, who can maintain the, who can just operate from the his screen. He will just put some records or insert some records, clicking over the buttons, and can view some records clicking over some button, and various things can do through the only front end or user screen. and also can generate various reports, as I said. So this kind of operations, or this kind of softwares we can develop using Oracle Forms and Oracle Reports. Okay, so now I think you understand what is the usefulness of Oracle Forms and Report Developer tool, from which is the product, very useful product of Oracle. And this is also called Developer 2000 or D2K. So we'll discuss about all the parts of Oracle Forms and all the parts of Oracle Records one by one for coming series. Today I have just shown you what is the various nodes, or what is the how Oracle Forms look like, Oracle Forms developer look like, or what are the various parts of Oracle Forms. So I'm going to my yes, after installing Oracle Forms developer tool, you will get this kind of icon. Okay, this is form builder icon. Okay, just click over that icon. You have to install Oracle, first you have to install Oracle database in your system, and then you have to install Oracle Forms developer or forms builder, form builder, and also Oracle report builder. Okay, or report developer tool. And this is the Oracle Forms builder. Just I have clicked over the Oracle Forms builder icon, and it is going to open. Okay, so I have two windows opened, so just I closed one. Okay, so now see here, when I open the just clicked over this icon Oracle Forms builder, it will open like this. So this is called, this window, this complete window is called Oracle, this complete window is called Object Navigator. Okay, so I'm repeating again, this window is called Object Navigator. Okay, so here you can see, whenever you just open this, it will show you module 1. This is called the form module. So here you can see the different nodes. Under form nodes there is a module 1, that is a form module, that is called form module. And under forms there are so many nodes are there. So I'll tell you one by one what are the nodes. Second one is the triggers, so we'll see how we can use these triggers. And third one is the alerts. Okay, so we'll see what are the alerts are there. So fourth one is attached libraries, fifth one is data blocks, and this is very important thing. First of all, in a form builder, this is actually basically the data blocks, basically the table. It associate with a table in this object navigator or form builder tool. Data block is to be associated with a particular table. Okay, database table. Okay, and this is the canvas. Whenever I was talking about the design, so I have to create one canvas to design the form items. Okay, I have to create different items, that is text item or click buttons and radio buttons, and then click checkbox. So these are the items actually. So all these items are will be placed over the canvases. Okay, so we have to create a canvas to design this text box, this checkbox, radio buttons, and other things are like buttons. Okay, and these are the main. And this is editors, and this is LOVs, that means list of values. So as I was saying that user can view whatever the list of data from the user screen by clicking over a text box or clicking over a button. User can see, let's suppose a country has 10 cities. Okay, so there is a database, there is a country name and country code and the city name. Okay, so what the cities in the country. Okay, so if I want to see from my screen or the data entry screen, that's basically the data entry screen to the user. So a user can see the all the cities of that particular country, selecting the country and just clicking over that text box or any particular button which is which can show the city name of that particular country. Okay, so this is the list of values, that is called the list of values. And next is object groups. So we can create different objects groups, and we can maintain various object in the object groups. Next one is parameters. So these are very important. Parameters are used in forms to pass values from one form to another form. Next is pop-up menus. This is also important. We can see pop-up menu means if I click over the right click, if I just click mouse, if I just do the mouse right click, we can see some menu. Okay, that is called a pop-up menu. And next one is program units. Programming units basically denotes or refers to procedures, functions, or packages or libraries. Okay, and next one is property classes. Property classes basically the property sets or various properties we can set or we can create object of such properties, combining such properties, and we can use them for the different items or for form level also. And next one is record groups. So record groups is a record groups also is very useful. We'll see how to create the record groups. Okay, and next is reports. So we can use these reports, we will see. And visual attributes is another kind of property class kind of thing, and these are the objects which basically holds the various visual attributes like font, color, this kind of visual properties. This object can visual objects can be holded by visual attributes. And last one node is windows. So every canvases is to be displayed with windows. Okay, so canvas cannot be displayed by default, it required a window to display. Okay, so you will generate your layout or the data entry screen in your canvas, place various items in the canvases, and each canvas must have a window to display on the runtime. Okay, so this is called the runtime window. And next node after forms is menus. So we can create, we have to this is the menu. Like if we see here, these are called the menus. So we can create whenever we can create a form, we can create a menu of that form like this. So this is the use of menus. Next one is PL/SQL libraries. So PL/SQL libraries are basically used to create the various package libraries which are reusable objects, and we can call these reusable objects in different triggers, different blocks of code like this. Okay. And object libraries are, we can say that a collection of different objects, like whatever the object we already defined, we can set a group of objects and you can store in the object libraries, and wherever we need, we can use that. And these are some predefined packages, Oracle predefined packages. These are not much necessary to describe here. And this is the database object. Okay. And if I connect, I just opened this object navigator of form builder. This is called the object navigator, and I describe each of the node of the form developer here, or object navigator. I have described every node of the object navigator. And if I connect to the database, we have to if I want to generate or want to make some data entry form using this form module, first we have to connect the database. Okay. Because we have to make the data entry screen using the database tables. Okay. So that's why we have to connect with the database, so that our application can run on a database. Okay. So we have to connect by here, file connect, and here username, password, and database is showing. So my username is Scott. By default, Scott is the username, and my password is Tiger. The default user Scott's password is Tiger. I need not to put here database name, because by default it is already set. Okay. When I install the database and I install the Oracle form builder. Okay. So just I will connect here, and it is getting connected. Okay. So now if I create one data entry screen or data entry form, we can manipulate the data through the data entry screen. Okay. We need not to go to the database, and we can insert, update, or delete the record from the database manually by SQL query statement, because user don't know SQL or Oracle. So which form we can create by the Oracle form builder tool. So by this form we can create the data entry form using the database, connecting with the database, and we can enter data, or we can insert data. That means after entering the data, we can just click over the save button, and it will be inserted in the database. Okay. And to view the data, we can perform also view operation on the data entry form by clicking over view button. We will see that in next session. And next is we can insert, update, and we can update also existing data through the form, whatever the data entry form. Okay. So that's all for this today's tutorial introduction session about Oracle forms, the very popular development tool, commercial application development and designer and development tool, Oracle forms builder. So I think you understand it very well, whatever I wanted to teach you. So that's all for today's session. Just give a like if you liked this video, and if you think this was useful for your learning, and if this video have added some value to your learning, just give a like, and also subscribe my channel SoftAcademy, and pass or just share my channel or channel name or channel link to your friends and colleagues, so that they also can learn from my video. And there are many videos uploaded I already. You can just watch out one by one. And I have started here from the very basic SQL database management system, different videos for SQL, that is structured query language. So these are the videos of SQL. Just watch one by one. I describe each video in detail, the topics in detail, with easy explanation and also in the hands-on practical. Okay. And there are videos for Oracle PLSQL programming. There are various different very important topics like cursors, exception, collection, arrays, explain plan, materialized view, records. Just watch all these videos to get learn all these topics on PLSQL programming. And also I have described each topic in detail and hands-on for your learning and making your skill. Okay. And also there are many videos and many videos for database administrator also. These are the videos for experienced developer, Oracle developer. And also I have started a question and answer series from here. You can just see all these questions are very much important. And in any interview of Oracle developer or PLSQL developer or database developer or database administrator or any kind of role in database side or Oracle side, if on any position of Oracle developer or Oracle platform, you can just face these questions. And if you just watch all these videos, you can prepare the question well and you can reply your answer well to the interviewer. Okay. And about me, I am a senior Oracle consultant and as well as technical and corporate trainer, and also I am an interviewer. I have a total of 17 years experiences Oracle, working with different Oracle technologies like Oracle SQL, Oracle PLSQL programming, Oracle forms and reports development, Oracle database administration, Oracle database architecture and database design, and also Unix shell programming and shell scripting. Okay. So you just watch all these videos. These videos are very much helpful. This will be very much helpful for you if you watch all videos one by one. Just watch all videos from the start to the end so that you can understand the detail you can understand the concept in detail with hands-on practical. And after watching my video, if you liked it and if my video was useful for you for your learning, and if my video have added some value to your learning, just give a like and subscribe my channel so that you can get the notification for my next video when I will upload it. Okay. And also share my video with your friends and colleagues. Share my YouTube channel name or YouTube channel link with your friends and colleagues so that they can also understand, they can also learn from my video and make their skill. Okay. And that's all for this today's tutorial session. I will come with the next part of Oracle Forms development session. And just give a like today's video if you liked it, and subscribe my channel and share it with your friends and colleagues. Okay. And hope to see in the next video. Okay. So thank you for your time and bye.